Hopefully I look a little bit more alive. It could be that I'm filming this at 6 in the morning. That could be the reason I look dead. And speaking of dead, how freaking cute are these skeleton earrings? I got these at Target too. I feel like maybe I should have like swapped ears. But I think they're so cute. Target has been killing it with the earrings for, at least for Halloween. They have really cute ones. And should I be using my like wax ponytail stick today? Probably. Should we fill this in? This is your first time catching one of my videos. I am sorry for the chaos to begin. This is just the way my brain works. Anyway, you guys, I'm very excited to be filming today's video. It is going to be my 9th update in the deco painting project pan video that was created by one of my absolute favorite people, Emily from Emily and Max. I literally miss her so much, and I don't think either one of us is going to be able to go to the Creators and Friends event this year, and it just like is bringing back all the feelings of last year. And Emily, I miss you so much, and we're gonna take a tropical vacation together here very soon. If you guys have not made your way over to Emily's channel, please do. I will have her channel link down below, as well as her introduction video with all of the information about this project. It is a game style project that involves a deck of cards, and it was inspired by a booktuber, Books with Maddie. I'm currently working on 7 products in this project, and I have 2 products that will be rolling out today. So we will be rolling in an additional 2 products to work on. So if you're interested, stay tuned. First, you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content, palette themed content, or just chit chatting about makeup, I'd love if you consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. In case you were wondering, yes, I am still doing Invisaline. This is my first time I've been like actually wearing my trays while filming in such a long time, but I'm getting so close to the end. I think I have 5 weeks left. I did finish like my first round, and then you do like refinements, so there was like a couple things I still wanted to tweak, and so it was another 11 weeks, and I was like, do I care that much? And then I was like, yeah, like I've already gone through it. Why don't we just like actually fix the things that still bother me? So I have 5 weeks until the end, but I gotta wear my trays, otherwise it's just gonna prolong it even longer. So if I sound like a little bit like what's happening, girl, it's these. Okay, let's start because I do actually have to get to work today, and I also have to get my daughter up for school, which is always always an interesting battle. Okay, starting with a product that has been in since the introduction. This is, why do I feel like I like forgot something in my introduction? Everything will be linked in the description box, you guys. Why is my brain, yeah, it's bad today. It is bad today. We need to get focused, girl. Okay, back to this. This product has been in since the introduction. I rolled this in for the prompt in SPF. This is my Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. It expired in April of this year, but I do really like this sunscreen for more of like a smoothing primer is kind of how I use it. So I kept it around for that. Been real bad about reaching for it. When we started, I believe like this was brand new. Like I think I literally like ripped the tab off of it. It had been sitting under my sink, and I just like unfortunately let it go unused. But I don't know if I could make, I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to the bottom. I have been like on a, I don't think we can make a new line marking. I probably have about, honestly over a little bit, probably a little over a third of this left still to use. I have been on a mission to finish my NYX Plump It Right Back Primer. I'm almost done with that. And then I will try and get back to this and just use this up, even though there's other like actual primers I'd rather be using, but I really would like to finish this. I don't know if I can do it before the end of the year. If I used it every day, I probably could. And I've been doing my makeup like 2 times a day, at least 3 days a week, because like I want to test all my new eyeshadow palettes. I've got makeup that I wanted to film with right away. So like I've gotten my advent calendars, and I really wanted to film with those like right away. So I've been doing my makeup so much. So actually, if I really did focus on this, I think I still could finish this before the end of the year, but I'm a little ashamed that we're not doing well on this. All right, this is another one that I don't know if it's been in since quite the introduction, but definitely the majority of the year. This is my ColourPop lip liner in collaboration with Barbie. I think it's Golden Beach. Oh yeah, it's still here. Golden Beach. This is how much I have left. I will post a little line marking sheet over here so that we can follow the tracks. I did give myself the goal of finishing this off. I've been trying to finish this lip liner for several years at this point in time, but I've definitely been more into lip liner this year, and I've really enjoyed using this and kind of getting into other lip liner formulas. I definitely have sharpened this at least once, if not 2 or 3 times since the last update. I'll be really curious to look at the line markings myself. I really don't know if I can finish this before the end of the year, just because I don't know, like, I don't know how much farther down I'm gonna get to go until I can't sharpen it anymore. I guess we'll see. It's a really beautiful color. It's like my perfect nude shade, and that it's like a little bit more cool toned and kind of like a pinky brown sort of shade. So if I really focused on this, I could. I will say I have not been the best at reaching for my lip liners the past several months, but if I get back on track, maybe this will be an empty before the end of the year. And if I didn't mention, I did roll this in for the prompt, a pencil. All right, then we have my Bite Beauty lipstick. This is in the shade Orange Fizz. Gave myself an 11 use goal with this. As of the last update, I was at 7 out of 11. What was I at? Last update, I was at 7 out of 11 uses, meaning I needed to reach for it 4 more times. No, I did not reach for it 4 more times. I reached for it 1 more time. So we have 3 uses left in order to reach my goal. I think this is a really beautiful lipstick. I love the shade. It's like a fun bold, but it's not, I don't want to say it's not too bold. It's pretty bold when you wear it on your lips. I am just someone who typically has more eyes, like more going on the eyes. So I reach for a lip gloss usually, but I wish I had reached for this in the summer because it's kind of like that reddish orange. And in the holiday, like around the holidays, I feel like I reach more, like if I'm reaching for a bold red, like I'm reaching for more of a true like blue based red rather than like a red orange. But this could still be really beautiful for like Thanksgiving time. I would love to just reach for this an additional 3 times so I can roll it out next update, but at this moment, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Oh, I forgot I have 2 rollouts and a declutter. So we will be rolling in 3 new products. This, I don't necessarily know that I'm going to like actually declutter this because I love the packaging of this palette, but I am not going to consider this in my eyeshadow palette collection anymore. This is the Alien Cosmetics, which is now Unearthly Cosmetics Not Normal palette. They have done a remastered version, which just recently launched, and it actually has, I think, 9 additional shades. Either 6 or 9. I think maybe 6, so I think it's an 18 pan palette. I almost bought that when I already sit here and can't get myself to reach for this one. So I gave myself the goal to no pan left behind this, and I went to reach for this one day. I started to create a look, and I just was not impressed with the way the look was coming together. This has already been sitting in this project, like unused for multiple months, and I just have come to the conclusion that this just is not my palette anymore. Like this, I love the outer packaging, but what's inside does not creatively inspire me. I also think Unearthly has come a long way in terms of their formula. This is an older palette too, so that could be why I don't think that the quality is possibly as good as it once was. But I just do not feel motivated to reach for this eyeshadow palette, so I will be decluttering this eyeshadow palette and I will be moving this out of the project. I believe I rolled this in for the prompt roulette, I believe. Regardless, this is exiting the project and will be exiting what I consider to be in my eyeshadow palette collection, but I was thinking I might end up displaying this or something just because I think the outer packaging is so cute. Okay, I took my trays out because it was just bothering me. Moving on to the last prompt before we get into the 2 rollouts that I have completed my goal on. So, I don't know why I did this to myself, but I don't actually regret it. I think it's kind of fun. Last update, I rolled in the prompt 3's a crowd, and that meant, I think, like 3 products that go together. Oh, I can't remember exactly the description of the prompt. I'll post the description up here. But for that, I rolled in the 3 newest Cosmic Brushes eyeshadow palettes to my collection, because I have not yet completed my testing process, or had not yet completed my testing process with these 3 eyeshadow palettes. So we have the Undergrowth palette, which I have now completed, meaning I have used every single eyeshadow palette, or sorry, every single eyeshadow pan in this palette at least once. I actually do have a full dedicated review on this eyeshadow palette as well as 4 looks, so I will leave that video linked in case you're interested in seeing which looks I created with this beautiful green eyeshadow palette. Then I have have the Neutrals eyeshadow palette, which is actually what is on my eyes today. And going into this project, or going into like rolling this in, I had already used at least half of this eyeshadow palette. So today I used the bottom row with the exception of I did not reach for the black. And then I reached for everything else except for I have these 3 matte shades right here to reach for. This shade right here, and then this shade right here. And I also cannot remember if I reached for this one, so I may have this shade as well to reach for, but I feel like I can easily create a really fun kind of like grungy green mustard look, and one or two more uses with this, and this should be complete. And then I also have the Cool Chills palette, which I have not reached for at all, just because look at this beautiful dreamy palette. Like, I'm so excited about this palette because I love blues so much. I will say I think I love like a blue green teal a little bit more than like a true blue, but I am so excited about this one, especially like I'm like, okay, the majority of this is giving cool weather to me, so I just haven't felt inclined to reach for this yet, but I feel like I could do something really beautiful with this top row, which is a little bit more neutral. Haven't reached for a single shade in this one yet. So we'll need to in order to roll this out. This might not be a rollout until like December 20th. We might not be reaching for this until closer to December, but I think for sure by the next update I can have this one as fully completed, which would mean we have 2 out of the 3 complete. This one I'm okay with staying in the project for as a prompt for a little bit longer. That brings us to our 2 rollouts. So up first, this is a product that I rolled in last update. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Cloud Coverage Broad Spectrum Foundation, and I rolled this in for the prompt Influenced. And this is something that I definitely, like, it was not even on my radar, but Kelly Gooch was absolutely raving about this foundation. And I really love Kelly Gooch's channel. I really trust her opinions. And while her preferences don't necessarily align with all of my makeup preferences, I still really value her feedback, opinions, and recommendations. So I picked up the Tarte Cloud Coverage because I just wasn't reaching for this foundation all that frequently. I gave myself an 11 use goal with this, and I've actually reached for this a total of 15 times. So this will be rolling out. I didn't mark this because I was giving myself a usage goal with this, but I really wish I had, because I have made really, really good progress with this. One thing I will say about this is, as I've been using it consistently just about every single day or most days throughout the week, I have found that I feel like this just doesn't look great on my dry skin. And that's what I love about panning products. Sometimes I feel like we can give a product a pass if we're not using them consistently. Like, for example, this I could use, maybe I'd use it 1 week and then it'd be 3 weeks before I use it again. And when I use it, maybe I would think like, oh, my skin is extra dry today, so it's probably not the product, it's probably just my skin. But then using it most days for weeks on end, I really do find that I'm like, okay, it's maybe not my skin, it actually just is the way that this lays on my skin. It's not a favorite. It's definitely not something that I personally would repurchase, but I'm very interested to see if I could finish this before the end of the year and have another foundation to move out of my collection. This is something that I have found I have been wearing to work to get use out of it, but then I kind of put it away because I wasn't loving the way that it looked on my skin. And I've mostly been using this when I come back to do my makeup a second time every day. Like, if I'm filming, I've been wearing this, or there's been a lot of days where I'm like, I just want to like play around with makeup, do a look with an eyeshadow palette that I'm still testing out. And I always take pictures of my eyeshadow looks, and I don't like to just do an eyeshadow look and then not have makeup because I think it looks really weird. So I've been using this because like I don't really love the way that this looks on my skin, and I don't want to like I don't want to waste like my Dior foundation on like, I'm just putting it on, taking a picture, and then taking my makeup off. I don't really want to waste my Dior foundation for that. But this, which I just kind of want to use up, don't love, and don't necessarily want to wear to work or wear to like outings, I've been reaching for this. So I'm hopeful that I can still finish this before the end of the year, and would be very excited to add another foundation empty to my year-end makeup empties. But will I be purchasing this? No. And then the final product that we have as a rollout is actually a new makeup empty, which I'm very excited to move a lip product out of my collection, because I just can't stop buying lip products, like, at all. love lip products. The other day I was in Ulta picking up the Peach and Lily like oil cleanser, which is my favorite. I tried to use something else and I was like, no, I literally just need the Peach and Lily. And when I was in Ulta, I was standing in line and I didn't realize that they have Naturium, some Naturium products. I should have realized that because I've definitely purchased Naturium body wash there. But anyway, they had the Naturium like Phyto, is it Naturium Phyto lip balms, and they had the nude like shade range, and I was like, oh yes please. But I will say I am having like struggles with that packaging, which I have had struggles with other Naturium lip products. They're just hard to push out and then the packaging like breaks. I haven't had the packaging break, but it's hard to get the product out. Anyway, that it has nothing to do with this. This is the e.l.f. lip oil Glow Reviver lip oil, and I rolled this in for the prompt affordable. All of my markings have like pretty much worn away, but I was about halfway through this lip oil. I did end up using this as my car lip oil. I do have a long commute to work, as well as my daughter and I usually go home to visit my mom on the weekends that I have my daughter, so like about an hour and a half drive every other weekend. Not quite every other weekend, but anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Anyway, so had this as my car lip oil, which is probably the most surefire way for me to get use out of a product. And I finally finished this off, which is super exciting. It is not a favorite. I do actually have one other e.l.f. lip oil in my collection. It's also not a good product. Like, it is a nice lip oil. I don't think it is the most healing lip oil, and I definitely have favorites. I personally prefer the Milani, but I guess I don't really have anything against this one other than it has a minty kind of scent to it. It doesn't have like a minty sensation on the lips, but I don't love the minty scent. I don't really know why. And I will say it's a little bit thicker than I typically would be looking for in a lip oil, but it's not a bad product. I won't purchase another one just because, again, I have other lip oils that I prefer, the Milani, etc. But it wasn't like annoying to use this up. Okay, those are the 3 rollouts and long tangents. That means we get to roll in three additional products to work on for the next couple of months. Okay, I have my cards. I don't have anything in front of me to like shuffle on. I am really excited. During Amazon Prime Days, I ended up ordering a walking pad, which I'm literally so excited about because I just have wanted a walking pad for a really long time, and there was one like on mega sale, and then I was like, I'm definitely gonna need like a standing desk for that, and I got an adjustable standing desk also on major sale. So I'm excited for that because then I'll have like a desk to have in front of me, or like a table in front of me to film again. I used to have my desk in front of me and then I rearranged, and now I just have like nothing. Anyway, okay, I have shuffled quite a few times. I will do this so you guys know the cards are mixed up, and we have 3 cards that we will be selecting. So up first we have the 5 of spades. No, we are so close to the end of the year, so close to the end of the year, and we get a joker, which, if you don't know, the joker stands for Are You Joking, which means you have to work on a product that you really don't want to pan. I do think I'm going to pull in my Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction palette, because that's a palette it's like one of those products that's like so expensive, like you don't want to like use it unless it's like a really special occasion. I do that thing in my head. So I feel like I will pull that in, but we'll get to that in a bit. Okay, then we have the Jack of Hearts. I want to make sure that's not add another product. One moment. Okay, it's not add another product. We are good to go. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to post the game board on the screen so you guys can follow along with me. But up first, we have the 5 of spades, which is, oh, this is a perfect one. This is a baby goal. Okay. Throwing me a bone because we also got the joker. Okay, so baby goal, that's great. Then we got the joker, which stands for Are You Joking? And then finally we got the Jack of Hearts, which is a cream or liquid product. Aside from the joker, I really don't know what I am going to pick. So I'm gonna go spend a little bit of time with my makeup collection, and I will be right back with my final picks. All right, I am back with my picks. I am, I think, excited, but also nervous. Why does it look like I have wings? Okay, up first, we had the 5 of Spades, which is a baby goal. And I really wasn't sure what I was gonna pick for this. So I literally like spun my chair around, was looking right behind me on my desk, and I was like, oh, it was like, this was like the angels of the panning heavens were shining down to let me know this is what I should select for my baby goal, because look how much product is left. Can you focus, camera? This is my Merit Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. I do have a backup of this. I'm very fortunate that Merit recently sent over another one of these because I absolutely love this product. It is like a drink of water for your skin. I have really dry skin, so it's really nice to start out kind of my makeup routine with this product. And I would love to finish this off so I can have it empty before the end of the year. So this is going to be what I select for a baby goal. Then we have the Joker, which stands for Are You Joking? And I was thinking I was gonna go with my Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction palette, but I'm actually gonna go with my Pat McGrath Moonlit Seduction palette, just because I feel like this one is a little bit more fitting, and I might have an easier time reaching for this more this time of year, especially just considering how many eyeshadow palettes I still have to test and try before the end of the year, and just like the looks that I feel like that I'm going to be wanting to go for. So with the Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction palette, I am going to give myself the goal. It pains me because I'm like, do I actually want to have a pan in this palette because it's so beautiful? But yes, these are expensive palettes. Why would I not want to use this so much that I would have pan in this? So I'm going to give myself a goal of hitting pan in this shade right here, which is kind of like this sparkly topper sort of shade. All right, here it is swatched right here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see. It's this really beautiful kind of just sparkly topper. Really doesn't have much of a base to it, but I feel like this would be so beautiful, not only as a topper to kind of just amp up and add a little bit of like snowflake-esque glitter to some looks, but I also feel like I can use this one as an inner corner highlight, and hopefully, fingers crossed, hit a pan on this before this project wraps up before the end of the year. I'm actually really excited to give myself just that extra like okay to reach into my Pat McGrath palette. I will also say I have tried to pan a Pat McGrath eyeshadow shade in the past before, and I think they're pretty deep shades. I have never hit a pan on a shade in a Pat McGrath palette, so I'll be really curious to see how hard it is going to be, how deep the shades are, or how deep the pans are, and if we can do it in the next couple of months. And then finally, this is where I might regret all of my choices, but for the Jack of Hearts, this stands for a cream or liquid product, and for that, I'm gonna be rolling in a liquid lipstick. Might regret this. This is the Joseph Colors Lazy Daisy liquid lipstick. I've tried to pan this in the past and I haven't been successful, but I will say I've just been like reaching for this recently. I'm actually gonna put it on right now. I'll use my viewfinder and probably regret this. Now this one, first of all, I love the Joseph Colors liquid lipstick formula. It's my favorite liquid lipstick formula. Why am I trying to talk while putting on a liquid lipstick? There we go. I feel like it's just such a comfortable liquid lipstick formula, and I just like this shade, especially for this time of year, but honestly, this could work really any time of year. It's just a perfect, in my opinion, like perfect nude, kind of a little bit cooler toned and a little bit pinky. And like I said, I've been like randomly reaching for this on its own lately, just to kind of have like a more of like a base shade for my lips, and then usually I will go over top with a gloss. But I mean, my Joseph Colors liquid lipsticks are getting old. And I really feel like my entire liquid lipstick collection just needs a revamp. Like I need to just declutter it all and start fresh. And like, I do feel like I feel like liquid lipsticks, even more than lipsticks, would be good for me just because they last longer. And a part of me does want to order a few different shades of some liquid lipsticks. I would go back to Joseph Colors. I'm also really interested in the Anastasia Beverly Hills like lip velvets. But I want to get in store and like swatch their shades. But I feel like this would be a good one too. I feel like I need to whiten my teeth badly. Anyway, I feel like this would be a good one for this time of year. And I want to see if I I just want to use this. I'm going to give myself the goal to finish it or just use it as much as I can before the end of the year. I would love to reach for this like 5 to 10 times a month. I feel like when I dip into this, like I feel like there's a lot of product gone. Like I feel like I actually have used a lot of this liquid lipstick, so I'd just like to see where we can kind of get. I feel like this goes really, really well with this eye look. I really like this purpley mauve-y eye look. Anyway, that is gonna wrap it up for this chaotic, absolutely chaotic video. I would love to know, are you guys working on painting anything? Are you taking a break from painting until the end of the year? Let a girl know in the comments below. I would love to know. Would love to hear what you're doing with your painting journey for the end of the year. Other than that, thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting me and my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.